Rowe takes the lead immediately and displays his brilliant style racing in clean air. Tyrwald is already several seconds behind Rowe. The second wave, Winter, his clutch out of action, has a bad start. Lovett gets ahead of him. Ten kilometres down the track, Winter passes Lovett, and the champion starts his relentless pursuit of Alan Rowe. Back at the start, wave after wave of riders set out on the winding, rough track. By now it's choked with dust. Newcomer Dale Allison is a little overeager at the start. He continues. Passengers on the restored Gann train watch a wave of riders through the first corner. In days gone by, the Gann took 12 hours to reach Finke. These guys will do it in around 2. The Finke, the oldest river in the world. Alan Rowe is the first to leap into its dry riverbed. Seconds later, he completes day 1. Mark Winter arrives second, but he's ahead of Rowe on corrected time. After 220 kilometres of racing, there's a mere 8 seconds between them. Predictably, Alan Rowe is not a happy man.
Until I got out on the straights near Rumballara, I just had to keep turning the fuel off. It's like the floats have stuck in the car, be wide open or something, and I'd only had to keep turning it off and let it run out of fuel and run back on and that sort of thing. Last year I said I could, a minute behind, I could catch it up. I'm not saying anything like that this year, that's for sure, because it's going to be difficult tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, Winter will start the northbound leg in clean air. Already he's won the $1,000 dash for cash from Shell Oils.
You're 8 seconds in front of your rival, Alan Rowe. How confident are you of taking out this event for a second time in a row?
Well, I was in dust for at least half the course. If I'm only 8 seconds ahead of him, I think I'll make it out, pull it out to a minute. And one of the other problems is I lost my fuel cap going into my second fuel stop, and spent about a minute and a half there trying to find another cap to fit. So if I get out in front of him tomorrow, he's not going to get past me. No way.
You know, you'd be at 3K after start.
The state of Winter's rear tyre is a comment on the sheer ferocity of this race.
What about the first gas?
The first fuel, you want to say 150 kilometres.
The condition of the other riders shows just how fit the two front runners are. Tyrwald, the desert expert from Western Australia, like Winter, riding a KTM 540, is an eternity behind him. 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
But Ray and Winter have got this track wide. You know, they're flying. They're really going well.
Yeah, all I can hope for is to close the gap on them tomorrow.
Don't take your bite back. How do you feel?
Biggest crash.
Yeah.
Stephen Grenfell, third outright last year.
Need a drink there. Oh, I landed fair on my head.
Yeah.
And my neck's hurting.
Got some more cold here.
Oh,
Your mouthful.
lovely.
Harder than last year?
Track's rougher, yeah.
Yeah, time's a bit slower.
Yeah.
Car's a heap slower.
I'm pushing a bit harder. Just pushing too far.
Need some water.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a long way.
Billy Hayes has come in 10th.
Oh, God. My hands.
And Lovett, he's there, no worries.
Howdy doody, man.
How was it?
Oh, it would be alright if I could stand up, sit down, both at the same time.
You in much pain?
My foot keeps slipping off the foot peg. With no feeling in my knee, I can't seem to put pressure there or know when there's pressure there, and my foot's a bit sore from bopping about on the foot peg, but other than that, I had a slow ride down.
You had a pretty good run though.
Slow. Lovett is 5th on
No.
corrected time. Crossing the Finke proves an interesting finale to the first day for some of the riders. Just as well the sand is soft. Among the late arrivals is Kay Kilgariff. Once a doctor, always a doctor.
Oh, what happened to Lovett? How did he finish?
He came in third across the line.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like to see him get up.
Graham Buckley has enough strength left for some profound reflection.
Rougher than last year, 2 falls. Slowed me down a lot. I disobeyed the first rule of Finke racing. Hey, I came off. However, I got here.
Are you going back?
Yes, most certainly.
Late afternoon at Finke, and time to get the machines ready for the next day. The Army bought a whole mobile workshop and help anyone. Some cook dinner, others relive the incredible buzz of having conquered the desert, so far at least. It's 1 minute to 3 in the morning at the Finke start. Gary Nicole is at the head of the queue.
I know where I'm going. I'm going to Alice Springs as fast as possible.
The cars, as the motorcycles later, are started in the order they finished on corrected time. Adrian Scabossa and Michelle Ball, lying second, have an excellent chance of victory. That is, until Adrian drops the clutch and the buggy's right drive shaft breaks. The northbound leg is raced in darkness. The finish in Alice Springs. The roar of a buggy. Gary Nicole and Neil Shigog win in a record of 4 hours, 53 minutes and 34 seconds. Nicole makes it 2 in a row.
Oh, you've done it. Yeah, I didn't believe it.
First great performance from Gary and Neil.
In a row, Budgie.
In the dark. Now he's turned it off. Good on you, buddy. What president? Judy Hall. Racing club. Shouting with champagne.
Nicole is fast, but later that day a motorcycle will push him a full hour and 7 minutes away from the $10,000 for the fastest in the desert. Second into Alice Springs are Dennis Pate and Troy White in their Datsun. They are followed closely by Bruce Garland and Mal Crockenburr. Damien and Adam Ryan take out second place in the four-wheel drive class. King and Kurt Johansson dropped out 50 kilometres short of the finish, missing a front wheel after not so gently nudging Damien's Mitsubishi once or twice. Finke. The two fastest men in the desert are facing their final battle. Mark Winter, still minus a clutch, slams his KTM 540 into gear. 8 seconds later, Alan Rowe takes up the chase. Winter looks back. Rowe is the stronger rider in this tight, sandy section of the course. Rowe is riding all out. Randall Gregory, Rowe's teammate, and also on a Honda 500 two-stroke, is in third place. Tywald is still there with a chance. Lovett hasn't given up. The Finke veteran gives the bike a merciless handful. "10 kilometres out of Alice Springs, after nearly 2 hours of the most punishing ride imaginable, the leader has lost none of his energy and power. His arch rival is still chasing hard.
level. You'd like to pick up over that last row of trees on that creek that's down there. We might see them, but only probably a minute, 2 minutes away. One, Mark Winter, goes out the 1990 Wynn Desert Race, back-to-back champion. What a thank you.
Winter's time is a record 3 hours, 46 minutes and 5 seconds. Alan Rowe finishes 43 seconds behind Mark Winter.
What went wrong?
Mark's too fast. No, Mark did a top job. Everything went well for me. My riding was okay, my bike was good. I got the problems sorted out I had yesterday, so there was no problems there. As I say, Mark just did a top job. He didn't